Most people think home protection starts with buying the biggest or most powerful handgun they can find. That is where the mistake begins. A home defense gun is not useful if you cannot control it, store it safely, or use it under stress. The right handgun has to be reliable, simple to operate, and matched to the person using it. Too small, and it may not give enough confidence. Too large, and it may become hard to handle when seconds matter. That is why this list is not about flashy guns or internet favorites. It is about 5 handgun types that actually make sense for protecting your home. Option 5. The compact striker-fired 9mm pistol. Walk into any gun store in America, and the walls are lined with these. Glock, Smith & Wesson, Springfield Armory, Sig Sauer. They all make versions of the same basic concept. A polymer-framed, striker-fired pistol chambered in 9mm with a barrel length between 3 and 4 inches. Why does this category dominate the defensive market? Reliability, capacity, and shootability. The striker-fired mechanism is elegantly simple. When you pull the trigger, a spring-loaded firing pin strikes the primer. No external hammer to snag. No complicated double-action trigger pull that changes your point of impact. Just consistent, predictable performance every single time you press the trigger. The 9mm cartridge has become the gold standard for defensive use because it offers the perfect balance of stopping power and controllability. Federal Bureau of Investigation ballistics testing shows that modern 9mm hollow point ammunition performs virtually identically to larger calibers like 40 S&W or 45 ACP, while allowing for faster follow-up shots and higher magazine capacity. Most compact striker-fired 9s hold between 12 and 17 rounds. That is a significant advantage over revolvers or single-stack pistols. Having extra ammunition available is a distinct mechanical advantage in any defensive situation. The compact size makes these pistols easy to maneuver in tight spaces like hallways and bedrooms. The polymer frame keeps the weight manageable, usually between 20 and 25 ounces loaded. Light enough to handle quickly, heavy enough to absorb recoil effectively. They are simple enough to operate safely, yet robust enough to function reliably. The controls are intuitive, no complicated manual safeties to remember under stress. The light trigger pull that makes these pistols effective also demands rigorous attention to the fundamental rules of firearm safety. Keep your finger off the trigger until ready. Always be certain of your target and what lies beyond it. Option 4. The full-size semi-automatic service pistol. When police departments across America transitioned from revolvers to semi-automatic pistols, this is the category they chose. Full-size, high-capacity 9mm or 40 caliber pistols designed for professional use. The Glock 17. The Sig Sauer P320, the Smith & Wesson M&P, the Springfield XD. These are purpose-built tools designed to end fights quickly and efficiently. What sets full-size service pistols apart from their compact cousins? Barrel length, sight radius, and ammunition capacity. A barrel length of 4 to 5 inches provides better ballistic performance from defensive ammunition. The longer sight radius makes accurate shooting easier, and magazine capacity often exceeds 20 rounds. In a home defense scenario, these advantages become critically important. The better accuracy potential means more precise shot placement. The higher ammunition capacity provides insurance against multiple attackers. And the full-size grip allows for a more secure, controllable hold on the pistol, giving you maximum leverage over the recoil. The real advantage of full-size service pistols lies in their proven track record. These designs have been tested in the most demanding environments imaginable: urban police work, military operations, personal protection details. They are built to withstand tens of thousands of rounds of high-pressure ammunition without experiencing catastrophic mechanical failures. The weight of a full-size pistol, typically 30 to 35 ounces loaded, actually helps with recoil management. The additional mass absorbs more of the energy generated by firing, allowing for faster follow-up shots. The ability to deliver accurate fire rapidly is often the deciding factor in a defensive encounter. However, the size that makes these pistols so effective also creates challenges for home defense. They can be more difficult to maneuver in confined spaces. The longer barrel might catch on door frames during movement, and they require larger storage solutions. The key is balancing the superior performance capabilities of a full-size pistol against the practical realities of your living situation. If you have the space to handle a larger pistol effectively, the mechanical advantages are substantial and hard to ignore. Option 3. The lightweight revolver. In an age of high-capacity semi-automatics, suggesting a revolver for home defense might seem outdated, but experienced gun owners understand something that newcomers miss. Nothing beats the absolute mechanical reliability of a quality revolver. Smith & Wesson, Ruger, Colt, and Taurus all produce lightweight revolvers specifically designed for defensive use. These guns typically feature aluminum or polymer frames to reduce weight while maintaining steel cylinders and barrels for durability. The result is a firearm that weighs between 15 and 20 ounces. The revolver's greatest advantage is its mechanical simplicity. 6 chambers in a rotating cylinder, no magazines to jam, no feeding issues with different ammunition types. Point the muzzle at the threat, pull the trigger, and the gun fires. If a round fails to detonate, you simply pull the trigger again to rotate to the next fresh cartridge. This simplicity makes revolvers seem ideal for family members who may not have extensive firearms training. The double-action trigger pull is long and heavy, reducing the likelihood of negligent discharge. The cylinder can be opened and checked visually to confirm the gun is loaded or unloaded in seconds. However, lightweight revolvers are notoriously difficult to shoot accurately. The double-action trigger pull requires focused effort, and a 15-ounce frame firing .38 Special plus P ammunition kicks violently. While mechanically simple, they require significant practice to master. The short sight radius makes precision shooting at distance exceptionally challenging for novice shooters. For ammunition, most defensive revolvers are chambered in either .38 Special or .357 Magnum. The .38 Special is a mild shooting cartridge that is easy to control in larger frames, providing adequate terminal performance with quality defensive ammunition. The limited capacity of a revolver, typically 5 or 6 shots, is often cited as a disadvantage, but law enforcement statistics show most encounters are resolved with fewer than 3 shots fired. Quality shot placement matters far more than the absolute quantity of ammunition. Speed reloads with a revolver require more training than dropping an empty magazine, but for the intended purpose of home defense, the reload speed disadvantage is less significant. The mental aspect of revolver ownership provides a level of confidence in mechanical certainty that semi-automatics simply cannot match under extreme stress. Option 2. The .357 Magnum Revolver. When you need maximum terminal ballistics, the .357 Magnum Revolver represents the pinnacle of power in a defensive handgun. The .357 Magnum cartridge was developed in 1935 by firearms pioneer Elmer Keith and Smith & Wesson. The goal was to create a handgun cartridge that could defeat early body armor appearing in criminal use. Nearly 90 years later, it remains one of the most effective defensive cartridges ever created. Modern .357 Magnum revolvers feature robust construction designed to handle the intense pressures generated by Magnum cartridges. Steel frames and cylinders, reinforced forcing cones, heavy-duty lockwork. These guns are built to last generations while delivering maximum performance. They do not rely on polymer frames or delicate internal linkages to function. The ballistic performance of the .357 Magnum is highly impressive. A 125-grain hollow-point bullet leaves the barrel at approximately 1,450 feet per second from a 4-inch barrel. That translates to over 500 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. For comparison, most 9mm defensive loads generate around 350 foot-pounds of energy. The .357 Magnum revolver offers versatility that other defensive handguns cannot match. The chamber dimensions allow it to fire both .357 Magnum and the milder .38 Special cartridges. You can practice with low recoil .38 loads while keeping the gun loaded with full-power Magnums for protection. The muzzle flash and report from a Magnum revolver fired indoors is absolutely devastating. The massive sensory overload often causes attackers to flee immediately. However, that same muzzle blast and recoil heavily affects the defender. Firing a .357 Magnum indoors without hearing protection will cause temporary hearing damage. The significant recoil requires more training to manage effectively, and the massive muzzle flash can temporarily compromise your own night vision. The weight of a quality .357 Magnum revolver, typically 35 to 40 ounces, helps manage the substantial recoil but makes the gun heavier to handle. The robust construction that allows these guns to handle Magnum pressures also makes them more expensive than lighter alternatives. When you need absolute maximum power and mechanical reliability, the .357 Magnum revolver delivers unmatched performance. Option 1. The 45 ACP Semi-Automatic Pistol. The 45 ACP Semi-Automatic Pistol is a legendary platform. For over a century, this combination has earned a reputation for effectiveness. Developed in 1905 and adopted with the legendary M1911 pistol, the result was a large, heavy bullet moving at a moderate velocity. While modern ballistics show 9mm, 40 caliber, and 45 ACP perform almost identically in human tissue when using modern hollow points, the 45 remains highly relevant. Its naturally large diameter and substantial bullet weight create a prominent wound channel without relying entirely on hollow point expansion. Today's pistols represent decades of refinement. The Glock 21 offers striker-fired simplicity, the Springfield 1911 provides classic single-action performance, and the Sig Sauer P220 delivers legendary double-action reliability. What makes the 45 so effective for home defense? The subsonic velocity of most loads means they are naturally suppressor-friendly, significantly reducing hearing damage in enclosed spaces. The recoil is substantial but manageable, pushing straight back into the palm rather than snapping upward violently. Magazine capacity typically ranges from 7 to 14 rounds. While lower than comparable 9mm pistols, the mechanical characteristics of each round remain highly effective. The learning curve, however, is steeper. The recoil requires more grip strength, larger frames may not fit all hands comfortably, and higher ammunition cost can limit training frequency. For the serious home defender who prioritizes large caliber mechanical characteristics, the 45 ACP is a phenomenal, proven option that generations of Americans have trusted. Remember, any firearm is only as effective as the person holding it. Proper training, regular practice, and understanding your legal responsibilities are vastly more important than any specific model. Stay safe, stay trained, and prioritize your defensive mindset and technical skills above all else.